That was President Trump yesterday announcing a massive AI infrastructure plan. Some of the world's most prominent technology leaders pledging to invest an initial $100 billion, but it could be up to $500 billion over the next 4 years. And as you heard, the project is called Stargate. Kate Rooney's here to help break down what it means for OpenAI, one of the important partners of it. Steve Kovac also looking at Microsoft. And, Steve, I want to start with you. We spent a good amount of our 9 o'clock hour at the top of the hour discussing the implications for Microsoft of what appears to be sort of a deepening connection between Oracle and OpenAI and the expiration, so to speak, over time of the exclusivity of financing by Microsoft. So what do we know or what do we surmise here?
Yeah, David, this is what we're seeing. It's Microsoft sort of losing its grip that it once had over OpenAI. Until yesterday, it was the exclusive cloud provider for OpenAI, the hottest startup on the planet. And now, instead of being the exclusive provider, it has what they're calling the right of first refusal. So OpenAI says, they'll come to Microsoft saying, we need this cloud capacity for X, Y, and Z, what we want to do. And Microsoft can now say, we don't have the capacity to serve you. You guys need to go somewhere else. It's very clear they're going to Oracle right now, but this also potentially opens up the window for those other hyperscaler companies we talk about so often, Google and Amazon, even smaller players like HPE and Dell. They can all get in on the game as well. And that's also what the Stargate thing is about, is OpenAI using its own money and its own cash to invest in cloud capacity. And you might remember, David, we've heard CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, say several times throughout the last year that they literally don't have the cloud capacity to keep up with the enormous demand they're seeing for artificial intelligence. That's not just OpenAI. That's other open source models. That includes Meta's models and so many other models that are also running on Azure cloud servers. That's why Microsoft said they're going to spend $80 billion in its fiscal year ending in this summer just to build out AI infrastructure, half of which is going to be happening here. And so all that money is effectively, yes, going to go towards NVIDIA. This is great news for NVIDIA and all these other companies. But what we're seeing now is Microsoft losing that exclusivity on the cloud. It makes a lot of money from having this cloud deal with OpenAI. The more OpenAI activity that happens on Azure cloud servers, the more money both companies end up making. So this is potentially them just because they don't have the capacity to do it. They're kind of ceding some of that potential revenue growth to other cloud providers.
Yeah. Kate, from the OpenAI side, I mean, do we have a sense? You know, there have been, and I'm sure you've heard it, talk in the marketplace about a deterioration in the relationship in some way. But do you have any sense as to what the conversation was? Was it OpenAI saying, hey, we need more, you can't give it to us? Or I don't know. You tell me.
That's what I'm hearing from sources, David, is a little bit of the lead up to this. And it's that capacity that Steve talked about, the demand, and you're seeing that spill over to Oracle. One interesting thing I'm hearing from sources out here is the relationship between CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, and Larry Ellison. So that has gotten closer since they first struck this partnership back in June. The two of them seem to be really aligned as with the big spending that's required with AI infrastructure. I'm told that personal relationship has gotten much closer, which is really interesting. The other thing I'm hearing, SoftBank is a big part of this, and Masa-san, that's another personal relationship. CEO Sam Altman and Masayoshi Son, who, David, you know well, he's not an incremental thinker. Neither is Sam Altman. They've both really been banging the table for this level of infrastructure. They need this stratospheric level of spending. And another thing I'm hearing as well is that, yes, this would have been driven by the private sector. Had this announcement not happened at the White House yesterday, these companies still would have been pouring billions in. But it is a way to underwrite this type of deal, to say you have the confidence of the U.S. government, you have the support of Donald Trump, and symbolically this was a massive deal for OpenAI and Sam Altman. If you think about the animosity, the feud between Elon Musk and Sam Altman, that it's been so public. Musk, of course, a key advisor of President Trump, and Sam Altman got his moment yesterday. It was sort of his debutante moment up there at the podium with Masa, with Larry Ellison, and getting the approval of President Trump. There was this open question. What is OpenAI's role going to be in this new administration? Are they going to be iced out of these sort of deals? We got proof yesterday that is not the case. Sam Altman, President Trump called him the leading expert on AI. So that was just a big moment for him.